Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Today doing a PSA reveal. It's been a little frustrating. Um, there's been maybe I would say three or four of these nines that should have been tens. I'm just going to straight up say they should have been tens. But they didn't make it. So let's drive on. See if we can get some tens to close out this order. Alright, this one, the back of this one looks perfect. No whitening. The Charizard. Okay. The old Charizard centering looks good. That's a beautiful card. I need this in a 10. Come on. 10. A 6. There has to be something I missed. There's an indent. Going right here. Almost like someone had a piece of paper on top of this and wrote on the piece of paper. I don't know if you can see that. There's definitely an indent there. Ouch, man. Boy, I wish I could go back in time and look at this and see if that was there before. There's an open and shut case. If you have an indent on a card, you will not get better than a 6. So, this was a perfect card besides a stupid indent. Well, there's a really good chance I missed that, which sucks. Alright, next card. Yeah, that is a blow right there to get that in a 6. By the way, that's from Lost Origin. Alright, Japanese Pokemon. Nidoking from 151. Looks perfect. Alright, we got a 10 on that one. Again, the Japanese cards coming through big time. Alright, another Metazoo. The back of that's perfect. Bigfoot, first edition Bigfoot from Wilderness. I sold one of these in my store, so I was like, I'll grade another one. Actually sold for a good price, which is shocking because Metazoo is dead. But people still collecting some of this. It looks like that looks perfect. Easy 10. A 9. Maybe they're just not going to give Metazoo 10s. That's weird, man. This is another one. Just a mind-numbingly inexplicable 9. That's like 5 cards now that's been rock solid 10s. Almost like, okay, that's a 10. And they failed to get the 10. Back of that looks good. Japanese Pokemon. The Phoebus. I don't know which set this is from. SV8. This might have been part of the flipping challenge. It looks like a 10. Yep. PSA 10. I might have made a mistake. It might be a mistake. This could be a future video. When you put Japanese modern cards in with English Pokemon cards, I think the grader is seeing these Japanese cards and be like, these cards are true PSA 10s. And the Japanese cards are much higher quality. And then they're looking at the English cards and seeing little flaws where, you know, they're like, if I'm giving these Japanese cards 10s, these English cards just cannot get a 10. So this is probably a big error on my part of sending Japanese cards in the same order as the English cards. Like, here's another Japanese card. I mean, just the card quality just blows the English away. And the grader probably is like, you know what? I can't give these English cards 10s because they're not as good as these Japanese cards as far as card quality. Vibrava, SV7, Japanese. Boom, Gem at 10. That could be, I could be onto something here. And what stinks is I made a recent order and it has Japanese cards in with the order too. And you watch. When I get those back, I'm going to get just laywayed on my English cards. Have you guys ever noticed this? Please put down in the comments if you have Japanese modern cards in an order with your English cards. Do they grade your English cards super harsh? Just because they're not as good? And they're like looking at card to card like, well, these Japanese cards are true 10s. Alright, the back of this looks pretty good. It does seem a little bit off-center, a little bit. Hoopa. Alright. The front centering looks good. I don't know. It's from Crown Zenith. I don't know. I'm going to guess a 9 just because we've been getting 9s. Ah, a 10. Holy smokes. I'll take that. Not the greatest Pokemon of all time, but I mean, it's an alt art. It's from the Galarian Gallery, right? An English 10. The 10s making a little bit of comeback thanks to these Japanese cards. Alright, this one, okay, there's no way this is getting a 10. It's got a white dot there. Severely off-centered here. Yeah, okay, I knew this wasn't going to get a 10. It's just one of these alternate art tag team from Sun and Moon era. These cards are on fire right now. I just wanted to get slabbed and sold. Yeah, this might get a 7. That's really off-centered. I'm surprised I might even get a miscut grade. An 8. That's actually a good grade for that card. As badly off-center as that is. But how cool. Pikachu with Zekrom. Alright, back to a sorcery card. Now that has whitening on the edge. Just a little bit there, so I don't think this is going to get a 10. So they've been pretty stingy with my sorcery. Ooh. This is a card that you might not have ever seen before. This is one of the curios. This is a gilded curio. You can see this foiling around the edge. I don't know what the print runs were on these, but they were incredibly tough to pull. And some of the most beautiful TCG cards in history. But it's definitely off-centered. Definitely thicker over here than over there. Yeah, that is so awesome. This is the only reason I love Arthurian Legends, because you can pull these. It's possible. The Mordred, I'm going to guess a 9. I'm going to hope I get a 9. An 8. Well, it's so rare that I don't really care if it gets an 8. It is off-center, so, and it had that little bit of whitening. It's always going to be a pop 1, I would assume. Alright, this one, definitely thinner over here. Thicker on this side. But the edges look good. Corners look good. Flying Pikachu VMAX. Now this one's off-centered. This is part of the flipping challenge. And this was one of the other free cards that the guy at the card shop gave me. Shout out to that dude. Thank you for those. Is this the thing? Yeah, it's definitely on both sides, thick on this side. That might have been a mistake for me to grade this. I should have looked at the centering better. But I've never gotten anything but 10s on these. And I've graded quite a few. This is going to be a really weak 10 if I get a 10. I did get a 9. Well, that's deserving of a 9. I'll just say that. And that was a bad move on me on the flipping challenge. It's going to be hard for me to get my $100 back, I can tell already. Alright. Now, there's a little bit of whitening on these corners. At least the upper ones. Ah, the Amethyst Core. Another one of the big, powerful cards in Sorcery. This is a beta. Front looks really good, though. If I can get a 9 on this, I'll be pretty happy. An 8. It don't matter. It don't matter. Alright, here's a Sorcery card. This is the Sir Lancelot, the regular version foil, not the promo. Really cool card. Beautiful art on the back. There's the foiling, unique, a true unique. Sir, with the Sir Lancelot. Can we please get this in a 10? An 8. Oh my gosh. You got the Grail even right there. Check that out. Yeah, you can see it better on this. But that's just mind-blowing how that got an 8. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little bit down on this order. It's they're starting to beat me down. Thanks, PSA. This one looks perfect on the back. Ooh, this is a key card. This card has really gone up, and it deserves it because this is one of the coolest alt arts ever from this era. The Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. This is a promo from the Hidden Fates ETBs. Just awesome. The stained glass birds. That one looks really good. Come on. This can save the order, literally. I have it in a 10. If I can get this in a 10, this card sells really well. And it has really gone up. Boom. Whew. Okay. That makes up for some of these 9s. Because that is a big PSA 10 right there. Okay. Alright. We got to move this, man. Okay. Alright. Definitely big white piece right there. White tip. A little bit in that corner too. So there's no way this is getting a 10. Oh no. It's an Eevee. Well, darn. From the Prismatic Evolutions ETB. Boy, there's a lot of white in that corner. I'm going to hope for a 9. There's no way it's getting a 10. An 8. Man, that even seems a little harsh. But that corner is not very nice. Okay. It was not a 10, so... this one, a lot of... Now, that's 8 worthy whiteness in that corner, to me. Maybe not that Eevee, but that one is. It's a pretty big white spot there. And you do have a little bit in this corner. Definitely thicker on top. So there's some issues with this card. The Mega Rayquaza EX from Roaring Skies. I'm going to hope for an 8. I don't think it's definitely not a 9. An 8. Nice. That's actually a good 8. I'll take that. This one, I'd say that's perfect on the back. Mewtwo V. Alright, come on. I need this one in a 10. This is from Pokemon Go. Alternate art card from that set. That looks like an easy 10. This is just happening too many times in this order. Like, I get it if you have, let's say, 6 cards that are really good looking cards. You see nothing wrong, and somehow half of them get 9s and half of them get 10s. But we are getting hammered on with these 9s. That one definitely has some white, pretty decent white spot there in that corner. Yeah, I'm gonna guess just by looking at the back of this, that's definitely not a 10. It's probably not gonna be a 9. Pikachu. Why would I send that in with that much whitening? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I swear sometimes PSA is not very kind with your cards when they are doing the orders. Because there's no chance I would have sent this card in with that much whitening in the corner. No chance. I mean, I guess an 8. Yep, an 8. Yeah, that sucks. Thanks, PSA. That is on PSA. There's no way I send that with that much whitening in the corner. Let's see a couple little white spots. So then it makes you wonder on other white spots, and like an indent like this, did PSA jack your card up? 4 Waters of Paradise. I don't think with this whitening, I don't think you can get a 10. I'm going to guess a 9, an 8. Okay, next one. Tiny little lip on that corner. It's not, it's just like when it cut, it didn't cut real super clean, but it didn't leave any whitening. Squirtle. Okay. I'm going to guess a 9. A 6. Okay, so there has to be an indent somewhere. Man, I'm just not seeing it. That's a big fail right there. Okay, this card, ooh, there's a crease in the card right there. I have no idea how this would have got sent in with a gigantic crease on the card. And there's some indents. Greninja and Zorak GX. Why would I send this card in with a crease? Wow, this is really rough. Man, if I sent this card in like this, then I'm losing it on looking at cards. I mean, I guess I could get like a 4 or something with a crease. Oh yeah, you can see the crease right there too on the front. A 2. Okay. I don't get their grades anymore. I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's got a crease, but a 2. Gosh, I don't need to go back and look at these cards. I need to go back and watch my submission video, see if some of these had these problems, but I don't think I'll be able to see it. There's white in that corner. Definitely some white there. Well, I know whenever I sent this in, this card, these cards from this premium collection, I looked at the backs. There was not whitening on the backs on the corners. So 8 or 9 probably. Yeah, 9 on the Cinderace EX. Something could have happened to my package. It's not unheard of. Like, the post office was not careful with my package or something, and I tried to protect the cards as much as I can, but there's no explaining card like this. None. There's no explaining how that got into the submission. Unless something crazy happened. This one, there's just a tiny little white spot there. Oh, the Terapagos EX. I think that's a 10. A 9. I'm getting a little frustrated not showing the grades very well. A 9 on that one. Okay, this is a nice card. This is the, you had to use dust code points for this one. This is from Sorcery. Back looks perfect. Beautiful card. Foil, unique, the color out of space. And this one costs a lot of dust points. I'll have to check the grades on this card if there's ever been one graded. But beautiful. Please, please let me get a 10 on this. Eight. Boy, PSA has beaten me down, man. Oh my gosh. We will drag through the end of this order. Jeez Louise. I should have stayed away from grading, apparently. This one's got a lot of whitening in the corners. All the corners have multiple spots of whitening. Rayquaza EX. I don't think you can get an 8. I guess it could be a really weak 8 or a strong 7. There's no way it gets a 9. From Roaring Skies, a 7. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that one was not 10 worthy when I sent it, though. Alright, this one. It looks pretty good. There is a little tiny little white in that corner. It's shifted down a little bit. Ah, the Bulbasaur from 151. Boy. Illustration rare. I'm just gonna guess a 9. Did get a 9. Okay. Because my confidence is shot right now. I'm not guessing 10. Ah, another one of these. I think it's a Geomancer foil from Sorcery Beta. There's a tiny little bit of white in that corner. So with that tiny, microscopic tiny little white spot right there, I'll probably get an 8. How this order's going. But awesome card. An Avatar. Extremely tough to pull a foil of this. Might be printing lines there. I'm going to guess an 8. Just because they're hammering me. Oh, I guessed it. It was an 8. That was an awesome card, though. Okay. This one is just ever so slightly thinner on this side. The Mimikyu. This is from Paldean Fates ETB, not the Pokemon Center version. I'm going to guess a 9, I guess. Oh, we got a 10 on an illustration rare. I definitely needed that in a 10, so that's a little pick-me-up. And we're going to end with a magic card. What can this be? The centering definitely is not that good on the back. It's thinner over here. The One Ring. This is from the gift box, where at one time people thought the One Ring, one of one, was going to come from one of these gift boxes because because the ring is referred to as a kingly gift, and it ended up being in just a regular collector booster pack from a collector box, booster box. Anyway, this was, I've gotten 10s on these before. I'm going to guess a 10. I'm going to think positive. Let's end it on a strong 2 10s in a row. 9. Okay. Well, it's tempting to crack out some of these, but I probably won't do this one because it is ever so slightly off-center on the back. But man, I got lay-weighed on this order. Okay. This is the time in the video. This video is getting very long. We're gonna pick out my top 3 cards from this order. My top 3 favorite cards. Well, I know 2 of them because without these 2 cards, if they wouldn't have got 10s, I would be crying right now. I probably sound like I'm crying right now anyway, but like I literally would be crying. I want to also pick out, I'm going to pick out my favorite 3 results from the order and then my favorite 3 cards from the order. How about that? Because my favorite cards from this order did not get 10s. Okay, we're gonna have 3 favorite cards. Sorry for the video's length on this episode, guys, but I kind of got beaten down into submission and kind of lost some of my momentum here. Okay, I'll start off with my favorite 3 cards of the order. Okay, and then we'll finish with. No, first I'll do my the 3 best results from the order, I think. So number 3, the Sir Lancelot Team Covenant promo. As tough as this grader was on Sorcery, this is a beautiful PSA 10. Number 2, the Reshiram Zekrom. And number 1, the Hidden Fates ETB Stained Glass Legendary Birds alternate art. These 2 cards, okay, as terrible as I did on this order, these 2 cards are cards I graded to sell. And since they got 10s, they will bail me out of this order, believe it or not, where I still think I will be in the plus on this order. If I didn't get 10s on these 2 cards, this would have been a very painful reveal. Okay, my favorite 3 cards from the order. I'll go with the Alakazam EX Special Illustration Rare, number 3. Just awesome card. To me, it looks like 10. Maybe someday I'll try it again if PSA chills out with the grades. Number 2, just because it was so difficult to get hold of this card. They only let you get one, believe it or not. So, like even if you have a ton of dust code points, you can only get one of these. So this is always going to be a super rare card. The color Out of Space, it was a very expensive, cost a lot of dust points. But it gets an 8. I really don't mind. It's definitely not an 8. It's definitely better than that. But I just want it slabbed and protected, so I'm okay with an 8. And my number 1 favorite card from this order, just because it's a curio, insanely rare. I didn't think I'd ever even see one of these with my own eyes, or much less hold it in my hands or open it in a pack. I opened this pack off the channel, off camera, which sucks, but I'm so glad I did get the card. But you can definitely tell it is off kilter too, like it's turned this way, like yes. But so it definitely deserved an 8. Definitely the rarest card. One of the rarest cards in my collection, just because it's a curio. Gorgeous card. My favorite card from the order. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and we will try to do better next time. And one thing for sure, do not send Japanese cards in your TCG orders with English cards, because I think that just makes you have a really hard time getting 10s. I'm going to theorize that was part of my problem here. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later.